Hi everyone, it's Lindy. Welcome back to my channel. One of the most common things that I get asked is how I take my photos and the items that I utilize for photos, such as my background, my lighting setup, and how I photograph things on a white background and make it so white instead of gray. So I wanted to give you guys an updated video on how exactly I am taking my photos and the items that I am using for those photos. So let's start first with the background. So when I moved into my new office, the amount of floor space that I had was really not conducive to using the pull-out white photo paper that I had previously been using. I had purchased a rod system to hang the paper so that I could just like roll it out every time I used it, but the stand itself had to be so far away from the wall that it limited the floor space greatly. So it just wasn't working for me. So instead of using the photo paper, I'm using my wall. That's right, the wall. I just painted it a really bright white and I photograph against the wall. Now, I'm not doing this because I don't like the photo paper. In fact, the photo paper is still by far my favorite background. I absolutely love that photo paper. I still recommend it for people. But with the amount of floor space I have in my new office, having to roll it out, it wasn't working. So I had to stop using it. I still have it in case I decide to start taking pictures somewhere else where there is more floor space. But until then, I'm just using a white wall. Another reason why I opted to just paint the wall rather than using the background is because I'm starting to do a lot more square photos lately so that I can easily post items over on Poshmark. Because if you're posting things on Poshmark, you have to have your photos as square. And with the white photo paper, when it was rolled out with square photos, you could see on either side of the background, and it was making square photos almost impossible. So that is another reason why I opted to just paint the wall instead of using the backdrop, just because for square photos I was finding any size backdrop was just not working, just wasn't working. So I used the wall. So now I didn't do anything fancy with the wall. I mean, you'll see I didn't even edge it up. I just went around the area that I wanted to paint. See, yeah, see the difference? This was the wall before, and this is the wall with the fresh paint on it. Now, eventually I'm going to paint all of my office wall, and so this will probably be cleaned up a lot once I paint the other wall, but until then, I mean, it's just in my office. It doesn't have to be a perfect edge or anything. And then when I hang stuff, I use these monkey hooks. Are a self-anchoring hook. I love these things. So you just basically stick it in there and you don't need a hammer or anything, and it's self-anchoring, and there's the hook. So that is what I use if I need to hang jeans or shirts on a hanger. And then down here, I do have just this little sign here because behind it is an outlet and I don't want the outlet to show in the photos. And then as for the bottom, when I'm doing long dresses or skirts, rather than have, you know, the brown trim and the carpet, I just went to Walmart and just picked up a white shag rug. I know, it's fancy. And then I do still opt for the same lighting kit that I have shown you guys previously. It's the Limo Studio umbrella light kits. And then I am still using the really large bulbs. And of course I will have all of the links in the video description if you want to see all of the equipment that I'm using for photos. Okay, so this is the entire setup when I'm actually photographing. So if I was coming just to photograph this top, of course, I'm not filming with a square photo right now, but it would be, you know, square. It would be squared off. And that is my mannequin. This is my plus size mannequin. I do have two. I have a regular and a plus size. And I'm very thankful that I have the plus size because it seems that the regular size was only accommodating for size maybe 2 or 4, and sizes large and up looks much better on the mannequin in my opinion. For instance, this top that is on this mannequin right now is a size large, and it just looks much better than it would on the other mannequin. And then I do have her standing on a turntable so that I can easily turn her while I'm taking photos. So a turntable is definitely a must if you're using a mannequin. And then this is how I do my flat lays on a white background. Now I do have a photo box, and I only drag it out usually if I'm doing shoes or a whole bunch of smalls. But if I'm just doing like shorts, I will just do it this way. And I just use a little, you can use a little side table. This is just an extra TV tray that we have, and foam poster board. That is what I do. Now I know that you can get foam poster board at Dollar Tree and such, but I did go ahead and pay up the whopping $2 or $3 it was at Walmart for one of these. And just because I find it a lot more sturdy. The ones at Dollar Tree will work fine, but these are really heavy duty. So I just butt it up to the wall, and I will just take the photos this way. And I will include an unedited shot of this picture right here. That photo was completely unedited. All I did was take it with my phone, and I just tapped the screen and dragged up to adjust the brightness for the photo, and I took it. There was no other editing. And also keep in mind that they do have different colors of poster board. If you have light shorts or white shorts and you don't want to photograph it on the white background, you can use a colored background instead. And then this is how I will do my hanging items. Most of the time it's jeans. Sometimes I will hang shirts if I don't feel like they need to be fitted on a mannequin. But again, I just use that little monkey hook and I just hang them. I do like to position my lights this way. I feel like I get the most lighting, and I just put them as close to the item as I can without the lighting kit being seen in the photos, since I am taking the square photos. And then again, just like with the shorts, I take the picture with my phone and I just tap on the image, and then I drag my finger up to increase the brightness, and I'll show you what these jeans look like with an unedited picture right here. And that's how I'm currently doing it. I'm sure that there are other better ways of doing it, but that's how I've chosen to do it. That's what I'm happiest with. That's my current system right now. And so again, all of the links will be in the video description if you want to take a better look at the items that I am using. Everything I talked about in this video will be down in the video description and clickable links, and you can go check them out. So like this video, please. If you found it useful, feel free to ask any questions in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more content. And I will see you guys with my next video. Bye.